What's up, everybody? It's your boy DisBearity here, and I'm back again to show you guys, showcase some low elo gold gameplay here, of course. Now, this is a Japanese versus Bruce gameplay. And so let me go ahead and turn off Fog of War for you guys, or turn on Fog of War. So, it's one of those matches where I don't know why people do these weird strategy, but I guess rushing basically is what I'm trying to say. And I'm getting more used to doing, defending against rushes and stuff. So, anywho though, I do my normal 2 TC strategy. I was like, okay, I'm going against Roost. Roost players either go 1 TC all aggression, at least in my opinion, or they go 2 TC. But in lower elo, they might, just go for the aggression. So I end up going ahead and just going out here, because I know this is Golden Pits. There's no sheep in the center, or if I recall, but there's only sheep on the outside. So I was like, okay, let me go on the outside, go collect all these sheep here, and let me keep on doing my normal strategy. So as you guys see, I'm collecting stone because I'm going to TC. And then 3 on food, 3 on stone, and then 5 on stone, and then the rest go to food until 11. Then age up, so on and so forth. So now what I end up doing is that go ahead and build my house, gathering that. So you also have a choice of getting Torara as well. So when you go for Torara, right, it's 25 wood plus 50 gold, but that's if you want to go the gold route too. I mean, the gold route's fine because the gold route is that you start out getting 50 wood so that you can build both the gold pit and also the stone. So you go from the gold, put 5 on gold, and you go to stone or whatever. So that's where you can get Torah at the start. But it's not a bad start, by the way. Keep that in mind. It's just a little bit different, but you eventually get there, of course. So anywho though, I'm doing normal stuff here, just gathering resources. So now here's where the fun part comes up, because I am not gonna lie. When I saw this guy do what he did here, I was kind of nervous at first. I was like, the strategy is just annoying me. It's just an annoying strategy. I mean, I get that why people do it though, so don't get me wrong. So I get these sheep, bring them back. That's a good amount of sheep, by the way. Really excellent amount of sheep so far. And then going out here and checking out the gold. I said, okay, you know what? I'm about to level up here or age up. I said, let me go ahead and check out where his base and stuff is at right now. And then I'll go back. As you guys know, the Roost player, by the way, they usually start out with 2 to 3 scouts. Usually, it's 3 scouts to go check and see what's going on. But I end up doing my Kira storehouse in the back behind here. I want to try out the other landmark, but I'm too nervous to try it out. I do though. I do want to try it. But I'm just too nervous to try it. But I upgraded my TC, and now we're aging up. So luckily for me though, with this strategy, keep in mind, I got my 350 stone, and you'll start to see why. So I see that I got my 350 or 360 to drop these guys off and then go collect on wood, or I start getting my second TC going. And so then I have about 7 on food, and I eventually, of course, reduce this down. So then I figured out where he was. I was like, okay, this guy's over here. Okay, cool. Got a good idea. I was like, cool. So then I realized what he's doing here. He's building his Kremlin here. So keep in mind, I will say this. Because he built his Kremlin here, that means that his base is not defended. Now, keep this in mind. I could have used this opportunity to raid his base with horsemen, but I was going to attack, and I was like, no, never mind. I'm not gonna waste. No, that's fine, whatever. Right? He put a whole bunch of villagers in there. Wasted 8 villagers. Wasted a lot of villager timings there. I don't know why, you waste villager timings like that, but I mean that's fine. It is what it is. And so now I'm over here thinking in my head, okay, I can either do 1 or 2 things. I can either build a barracks to defend against his cavalry, because that's what most Rooster players do, or I can just go ahead and get this TC up. Let's say, okay, let me go ahead and get this TC up. So I start to get it up here. So while that's coming up, I'm just focusing. Said, okay, he can do that. Let me focus on gathering wood and getting food. Before I can get my first barrack up. That's the game plan here. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to lose. Because now, as you guys see, he only has 2 military units out because those are just his 2 scouts, if I recall. So 7 minutes in, I got my second TC. Now we both have 27. Now I'm pumping out as quickly as possible to get them on berries. Now that's something special there. So now I'm like, okay, since he wants to play this game, I start to just get out Samurai just to defend. Now I could get out on the Geisha as well. On the Geisha, this is so weird to me. These guys are spearmen, right? But they don't do great against cavalry, which is very honestly weird. Which is why you still got to build spearmen as Japan. Again, it's very weird. That's all I'm saying. Now you would think so. Because at the end of the day, you'd be like, what is their purpose? So as you see here, again, every salta, I'm building up. So now I'm population count. I was like, fuck. So then I heard that he built a ram. You can hear the sound effects. So I was like, this guy really built a ram. And so because I heard that, I was like, that's fine. You can do that. You know? I'm like, that's perfectly fine, my dude. Go ahead and do that. Pop off, king. So I got my scout. My scout came back. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't paying attention to my scout for right now. I was like, I gotta worry about defending right now. And I was like, oh wait, I'm being attacked over here. I was like, what? And then it was just a scout. I was like, okay, that's fine. Scouts only do 1 damage per. So I'm just building up a wall just in case over there. So then he finally got my whatchamacallit there. I was like, okay, that's fine. I can just build up another one. It's not, you know, we're okay. So I get my samurai here to go ahead and try to defend here. He backs off the ram. So then I said, no, I'm just wasting units now. And back them up. So then he goes back in with the ram. I think it's for, he did that to try to bait my units in. And then I got the ram with my TC. Then my berries ran out. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Put some of these guys onto, you know, I have enough wood in order to build some farms here. So get guys on farms. And it's going to be influenced by my TC. It's, other than these two, they're not influenced, but these two are. So then I was like, bro, think in my head. I was like, okay, what can I do here? What can I do here? I was like, you know what? I'm like, he's attacking me again? Oh, just this. But then I was like, okay, what I could do though, now I could have used this as a natural barrier. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. You know, putting a wall there, but I did it this way, so didn't really notice that at first. I was like, okay, let me go ahead and start building up outside here. Before he can't, you know, I can funnel him, basically. Because again, his base isn't defended, so I could have just sent out cavalry to go attack his base. That's what I gotta start working on doing myself. Is like, if I'm fighting and defending, I can just start doing that on the side. So then I went ahead, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and get an archery range out, start learning how to build some archers. And then I was like, you know what I could do? I don't like building ramps early. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and start building a couple ramps. And I scouted his area to kind of see what's happening over here, and I figure out what's happening. You know, he's going towers, and he's going into archery range. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. You know, usually most Roost players go cavalry first to harass, but okay. So he ends up wasting the ram. I was like, okay. Don't know why you did that, but okay. So now I'm just building up my rams. You might say they'll experience it's a lot of wood you're going at. I understand. You know, so I have 25 on wood, 21 on food. So I'm just trying to pump out wood and food at the same time, you know, working that mix in. And so he's letting me do this, by the way. 2 TCs, he's letting me do this. So then I say, you know what? He reached castle age. I was like, he has no resources right now. I was like, let me go ahead and attack. And that's what I'm doing. Now I could have put my units inside the whatchamacallit here. I could have put them inside the rams here. I was like, no, that's fine. So I go ahead and get the Kremlin. My units are kind of getting picked off right now. So I got another scout at a certain point too, and he died as well. But as you see, this starts to work here. But my unit count is literally just dying out now. So and so this, I was like, this is so weird, you know? He's literally trying to keep this forward base alive and going. But yeah, Uni and Shigaru are not too great without their bannermen. So I said, I went ahead and I got my rams back, so okay, I'm not gonna waste my rams like that, not like that. And then he eventually starts to rebuild. I was like, okay, that's fine. TC, go ahead. Try to go for some fire there. I was like, okay, you got me, dude. I could have quit right here, by the way. I could have, but you know what? Again, I learned how to persevere. And I said, no, I'm not no quitter like that. I ain't going out like no fool. You know, that's what I start to do here. So I'm like, okay, I have a lot now. So I have like 1,200 on wood. I saw I'm floating on wood. Let me go ahead and just start building these farms and get these farms. So I took a lot off wood and just started building these farms here. Because I'm like, it's time for me to age up now. You know, it's about the time, which I started doing here, as you guys see. Started doing that. So eventually, right, the rams don't work on his side. So what he eventually starts to do, by the way, is that he starts to bring out a trebuchet. And so then he upgraded his Kremlin, because his Kremlin is shooting my Landmark. That's some range. Hella range. But it's only like one shot at, 1 HP at a time. So I was like, okay. So all I'm doing now is just getting out Samurai. I think I get like a mix of Samurai and Honorable Geisha. And then I was like, you know what? I gotta save up my moolah for some trebs. So that's what I ended up doing. Yeah, because that needs to happen. Boom, boom, boom. So now I put my Yoshiro inside the siege engine so I can keep popping them out. And I think I put one inside the, eventually I put one inside the, whatchamacallit here too, the forge. But forge, that passive gold is crucial, y'all. So yeah, these cavalry here, I could have literally made these cavalry and going to go send them out to go attack us, I guarantee he has the walls. Guaranteed. So, yeah. So then, as you guys see, I keep making these units, so I keep getting pop cap. So that's okay. Let me go ahead. Got my next Yoshiro. Eventually, I put my next Yoshiro inside, I think, either a stable or I think the forge. So he sees I get a Treb out, right? Because he got a Treb out. And then my first Treb he got, I was like, fuck, dude. Because I thought I was able to defend him. I was like, okay, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So I ended up getting my cavalry here, right? And sitting right here and defending. So now I have two Trebs out. You know? So he ends up, I see that he has a Spring Bolt. I was like, okay. Now, Trebs get one-shotted, I think, if they're unsieged against, what do you call it, String Bolt. So I said, fuck. It's like, there ain't no way. So then, as you see, he has this horseman here, veteran horseman, and he tries to go for another attack here. So it almost worked. So I said, you know, okay, let me get these, my Trebs, kind of walk them around here, like that here, and you know the swordsman died. I was like, cool, that worked. So now I get my Rams. I was like, okay, Rams, it's time. Get my Rams out. Boom. So now I'm just building up the army, building them up. So this thing with Japan, if you're not aggressive against Japan early on, then and let them falter, you know, this is what happens here. So I'm getting my food up. My food is just climbing. It's like Trebs. Let me push up. I start to push up my Trebs, but then I realized I was like, Trebs, what are you doing? Because I didn't push them up that far, so then that one dies, and it kind of made me cringe a little bit because like when I tell my Trebs to do like it's unit commands, you know, it's be like, okay, go here, and I'm like, fuck, you know, it happens. Let's okay, let's go for a bigger push then. You know, I think it's time for us to go for a bigger push. So this is what I end up doing. You know, his army is just dwindling down. I have my unit sitting back in the cover in the rear here. Okay, so yeah, I have 40 units out. He has 41. He's trying to pump out his units as quickly as possible. So I'm sitting here also building some more Yumi Ashigaru while trying to build up my my walls here too. Now, when I build out walls, I usually forget to build gates and stuff, so they end up going around. But you know, I still got a Treb up doing some two Trebs up doing some amazing work. So I said, okay, this is great. This feels great, you know. So then at this point, this guy I don't think he knows what he wants to do right now because he pumps out units and they just instantly die instead of just like rallying them out here. So I get that there, boom. So it's horsemen, yeah, they're just dying. No, units just die. They're coming out and just dying like that. And so then, we're coming out here, got the Malganel, popped out for free, got it for free. Waste of gold. So look what he's doing. So he's floating on so much gold, so much stone, so much wood, but no food. So he's like spamming out as much as he can, but it's just not possible. All right, so before this match is about to end actually real soon here, like I'm talking about the next like 10 seconds. But if we go look at his base right now, turn our fog war. So you can see what he has on his wood line here. 24 on wood, 30 on food. All his food is, I think they're hunting and stuff out in the wild. But you know, I ran out of gold. So what he should have done instead of defending this area here, this is the map Gorge, yo. You need to defend these gold deposits here. So I started doing, so I had like 30 on gold right here to get as much gold as possible, while also building like a whole bunch of. I was gonna build a whole bunch of towers here to defend until I get to Imperial Age. Now again, if you look out here at his base. He has a lot of wood. I could have attacked his baseline here. You know, I should have, but I didn't. So that's a mistake on me. And he has a high trade house here. So I'm like, okay, but that's fine though. You know, it's okay. And that's when he forfeits. So this match could have won longer, yes. But I think if I just went straight to the base, it would have been over. He wouldn't have enough time to get an army out. But yeah. So for you guys who enjoyed this match, I'll be playing through some Age of Empires 4. Definitely consider liking and subscribing. Also, hitting that notification button down below to notify any other future matches that you guys see here. Last but not least, if you guys want to, definitely consider becoming a Patreon or a channel member. Thank God for watching and all that you guys do. And I'll see y'all for the next one. Peace out, much celebrity. Bye. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.